I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck with my click. I need a 30 for 30.
All right, dog, the goddamn NBA. It's almost back. Was that December 22nd when they tipping the thing off for real? Fuck all these preseason games. We talking about the real thing. And looks to be a big year. We got a lot of spectacular players that's gonna be back out there on the court. We know we ain't got Clay, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately. But we do got KD back. You got Steph back. Kyrie gonna be back out on the court. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Karl Anthony Towns. A lot of cats coming back across the league that are true ballers. You know what I'm talking about? So it's gonna be interesting to see what goes down. But Joe, it all come down to the ship, baby. No matter what, it come down to the ship. So who you think gonna win this? First, no, let's back up. Who you think gonna be in the conference finals from each conference? First of all, let's start with that West side.
The West? Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there.
Right.
It's gonna be a repeat. Lakers Nuggets.
Still high on them Nuggets, huh?
It's gonna end up being a repeat, man.
Who do it for you on them Nuggets? Is it Jamal? Is it Jamal?
And yo. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I think losing Jeremy Grant, I think that was big, but I am expecting Michael Porter Jr. to take another step. Mm-hmm. Cause I mean, I seen a boy in high school. He was a walking bucket. In college, he got hurt, but can't remember how many games he played. But the few games he played, he's a walking bucket, mm-hmm. so he can score. And I just think Murray showed me that he could. It'll be hard to get in that MVP race right now, but he's on the fringe. Like he's that guy. And I mean, Yoke showed, to be honest, nobody's really just gonna stop him. Like he can get his bucket when he gets mad. He gonna get his buckets. Mm-hmm. And I think that's gonna be enough for those two with the experience that they gained last year, the confidence that they gained last year. Because I'm sure in their head they're probably saying, "Hey, we would have played the Lakers tougher had Murray stayed 100%. You know, he was a little banged up towards the end. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or had Michael Porter Jr. had a year under his belt. So, mm-hmm. And we know that the Nuggets, they always have a great regular season. Like, as I told you, they remind me of the Kings regular season. But like I said, Murray, I don't know, man. He's one of them guys that'll give you a bucket and then let you know he gave you a bucket. And I mean that kind of what can I say? That kind of bravado, I really think sometimes can propel you. So I'm going Lakers Nuggets.
What about that East side?
The East was tough. Mm-hmm. Cause I mean, it was preseason, but KD and Kyrie, they look good. Mm-hmm. Like they got whatever shot they wanted, and the shots was going in. But I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 76ers.
Oh shit. Joe.
I'm going 76ers Nets in the finals.
So you taking the Sixers? Did I miss something? Simmons shooting that bitch now?
No.
Okay. You trusting Doc?
I'm really trusting Doc.
After what Doc just did, Joe?
But my thing is, I still feel like it's a difference between the two superstars he have now versus what he had. Like those guys, PG and Kawhi, those guys were vested. You know what I mean? He has two superstars that, like, in order for them to have, for their careers to have meaning, they got to get there. So I really think that they're going to actually soak what Doc has to offer up.
So you think they are more humble than PG and Kawhi, and will heed the message of Doc Rivers more.
Absolutely.
That's an interesting take now because that big motherfucker lazy, man.
He is,
Joel
but
Embiid,
like I said though, you know, getting Danny Green, and I'm not saying just for his 3-point shooting, but getting those veterans on there that can pull these guys to the side, and talk to them. I think that's what they were missing. They had a whole lot of trust the process, and basically their young guys were the old guys on the team. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think they got the veteran leadership. So they got who they added? They added Danny Green. I'm missing somebody though.
Now, Laker Nation looking at you right now, Joe, and saying we want to murder. Not me, America.
Right.
But a lot of folks in Laker Nation want some dumbass shit, really threatening the life of Danny Green.
But listen, I'm not necessarily talking about play though.
Right,
like
okay,
actually making a bucket, just the
some
knowledge,
championship pedigree.
Yeah, championship, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, I got 76ers Nets.
On that west side, I got them Lakers. I got them Lakers.
Right.
But I'm gonna take the Warriors.
The who?
The Golden State Warriors, Western Conference Finals.
Why?
Because I think that what you lost in shooting with Clay, you got athleticism with Oubre. I saw a clip. Oubre was clamping a motherfucker 94 feet bringing the ball up. You know what I'm saying? So he got some want to in him in terms of playing defense, and he's more athletic than Clay.
No doubt.
It's all about Wardell, Stephen Curry. If he that shit, like as I've said on previous show, he supposed to be better than Jamal. Like all the other teams that got these stud point guards. Like, okay, we got Jamal, you got in Utah, you got Donovan. Okay. At the Clippers, shit, they still didn't fix their point guard situation.
You got Portland with Dame.
You can't tell a Warrior fan that Steph don't cook the shit out of Dame. You know what I'm saying? Who I miss? Oh, CP3 down there with Book, but you can't tell a Warrior fan that Steph ain't way better than them. That's what they tell me.
Luka with the Mavericks.
Luka, okay. So I'm looking at put up or shut up then. Now Luka, I think bad motherfucker.
Hold on.
It's Porzingis I don't trust.
Oh yeah, he stay injured.
I don't trust his health. Yeah, I don't trust his health.
So, are you really picking the Warriors? Like saying you really believe Steph is going to get them there, or this is one of those where you really don't think Steph is that guy that everybody is saying that he is?
Okay, great question. It's kind of like I've seen them get deep in the playoffs with him as the leader of the team.
Okay.
I've seen that. So it's like, do I think they can replicate that? I do. I think you will miss Clay, but again, it's gonna be if Oubre can come in and do what he did defensively, and then Wiseman. Wiseman is a wild card. Our brother TJ high on Wiseman. My youngest that followed the AU circuit and all that shit. I know we didn't see him in Memphis, but my youngest swear that Wiseman is that shit. So I'm like, hell, why not? If we looking at, okay, the Nuggets got to take a step with Porter. That's somebody on their team need to take a step. If you're looking at the Suns, I would say Book need to take a step defensively. If you're talking about Houston, I would need to say, see what the fuck is James gonna do? His Cousins gonna hold up. Wall looking like he ain't lost shit.
Right.
Which I don't know what the fuck that's all about, but I'm wondering about Boogie. That's a lot of weight.
It is. He is slimmer though. He didn't slim down.
True, but
I get what you're saying though.
That's slimming down from what? 18 wheeler to a what? A damn camper. It's still big as fuck.
Right.
It seems like it's questions everywhere. Clippers. with the Clippers, it's still okay. If y'all didn't like the load management of PG and Kawhi last year, what the fuck finna change with Ty Lue? Ty Lue let Bron load managing Cleveland.
Yep.
Like, so I don't see how the chemistry issues finna be no different there. So I'm looking at all these teams got question marks, and I look at the leadership of Steph. They're supposed to love to play with Steph.
True. I'm gonna tell you like I said, you can't take too much out of the preseason, but the Warriors' offense was very Steph centric.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, is he gonna be able to do this for a whole season?
That's a good
Because
question.
I mean, to us, Steph 6'3", like that's a big boy, but he's small out there,
That's
like
a great
on that
question.
court.
And I've told that to Bobby Lee before. If you're America, y'all don't know Bobby Lee, my youngin who's a warrior. How can I say it? Fanatic. Motherfucker. Just goddamn. He be slurping Steph Curry more than Aisha do. But that's another story.
Hush,
What?
hush.
What?
See,
But I've told him before. He always tell me that if Steph had James Harden's usage, that Steph would average 40. And I would counter and say, Steph at 6'3", 195, I don't know if he finna be able to just dive to the cup and be and all day long like that,
right?
and be able to do that shit the whole game. Like, he does have great cardiovascular,
Oh, absolutely.
a great cardiovascular system now, because we see his ass running around. But I'm just talking about in terms of how often James gets fouled and shit.
That's what I was gonna say though. The easy buckets.
Yeah, James a fucking running back, like a linebacker or a big safety. That's a big son bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Steph
Well,
could do that. So that's a great point.
He more of a lineman now, but
All fucking right. All right. But that's who I got over there. Might be wrong, but I know that Lake Show gonna be there. And that
East.
I'm taking the net, because if they don't, well, we gonna have some shit to say. Kyrie and KD just gonna have to get on the burners on our motherfucking ass.
Yep.
We're gonna have some shit to say if they don't at least make it to the conference finals. So I'm penciling in the Nets. I'm putting it on wax. And I'm gonna put this on wax.
Uh-oh.
I think the Heat
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, TJ.
The Heat going back, man.
You just love Jimmy. Back. You love Jimmy.
You know, I fuck
you
with
don't believe that he going back to you.
No,
look, you got me calling you T.
Look, hold on. Look. That Jimmy, he gonna be Jimmy.
No doubt.
That motherfucker Bam showed me some shit. Bam showed me. I was underrating Bam until the playoffs. I really was. I can't care about that.
Okay.
Them young boys, if they come on, take another step, you know what I'm saying? They learn the game. I'm talking about Hero and Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know they didn't have much of an off season to add something to their game, but you got experience, and experience gives you confidence.
Absolutely.
Experience, like, you can walk to this season saying, we played in the fucking finals against one of the greatest players of let ESPN tell it. We played in the finals against the two best players in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we played well. You know what I'm saying? I think those guys in that culture, and they gonna be pissed because nobody's picking them. Nobody like nobody's fucking with them even after what they did. Now I almost took the Bucks, but that was gonna be more of a hope, and because I like Giannis. You know, I like him, but everybody on this damn Drew Holiday shit, like.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love Drew game. He has a smooth, game. I don't necessarily, I wouldn't call Drew a star.
Thank you.
What I mean?
And we're gonna talk about Giannis a little more later.
Yeah.
But that's really what I'm gonna get at. But what Giannis is lacking, what he needs,
they didn't get.
Drew ain't gonna give him that. I don't see him giving him that. He gonna give him some good defense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
No doubt.
they probably gonna be first team all defense together. But hell, Bledsoe was on first team all defense with his ass.
True.
And they got bounced.
My point with the Heat, like, I'm wondering if many are like prisoners of the moment. Cause like during the season, I was telling people like the Heat, I was like the Heat is a nice team, but I think that run possibly could have been a Cinderella run.
So, but
And
hold on now, Joe.
this is why I say it.
Hold on.
Listen,
So you're telling America you told us to believe. We didn't believe you. Now we believe you. Now you're telling us
no,
not to believe you. What is this?
but I was saying that they was like they were like middle of the road team. I'm saying playoffs.
Oh, okay.
I still see them as that. You know what I mean? We can't forget that they were of either 4 or 5. They were a 5 seed, and they got that 5. They was filled for a reason. Now you're adding the Nets into this equation.
I got them in the conference finals.
That could possibly bump the Heat down one, possibly.
I don't think they're gonna bump them. They're gonna bump the
Toronto would drop.
They'll probably drop. Ben still can't shoot, man. Ben still can't shoot. Embiid still fat. Tobias is a good little piece. Dwight over there. Dwight probably gonna do something crazy here. The way Dwight was doing for us, it's just that we had Bron leadership. Dwight crazy as hell.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know he wasn't that crazy like that in the beginning of his career.
Well, what the fuck is that? He came into the league as a preacher.
Yeah, he didn't went through some things, man.
He went through some things, man. But all right, so that's what I got. America, we put it on wax now. I got the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Joe, you got?
I got in the Western Conference the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, and in the East I got the 76ers and the Nets.
All right, it's on wax. Now, who gonna win this motherfucker?
The Lakers.
Against who?
76ers.
Joe! You trying to win some money in Vegas, ain't you? You trying to win one of them long shots. You finna tell me you taking the Sixers to the finals?
Taking the Sixers to the finals.
And Joel Embiid. Talk to us. God,
I feel like
hold up.
I feel like Doc knows he has something to prove. I mean, it's evident after seeing what we saw last year. And the fact that, you know, like I said, PG kept, you know what I mean, kept poking at him. I just really feel he's going to turn up his coaching a notch, so to speak. And he's going to get Simmons and Embiid to be more professional, be more about their business. They've added veterans to assist with that. And I just think, man, this is the year, man. This is it. I think the Nets will self-implode.
America, let me tell you what my brother doing right here. My brother, this is a pro black man pick.
Oh,
he see how
they point guard not black.
He see how Doc's players are coming at him, former players, PG in particular. And he like, I'm a rep for this black man because he's getting attacked by another black man. Let me stand up for him. And the Nets coached by Steve Nash, and Joe didn't like that hire. He thought that was a complexion for the connection for the protection hire. It's got to be something deeper than this.
No,
it's something deeper. I just gave it to you,
man. It's not.
Lord have mercy. So you got us beating the damn Sixers.
Y'all gonna play the Sixers.
Well, I got the Lakers versus the Nets. KD versus Bron. AD versus they still got what's the big motherfucker? DeAndre Jordan. Kyrie gonna be doing all that goddamn dancing and all that shit. We gonna let him do that, America. We gonna let him do that. All right. he gonna hold the ball for 16 seconds of the shot clock and all that shit when the ball need to be in KD hands. For the Lakers, the ball would be in LeBron James' hand, and we're gonna win this motherfucking shit. I can put it on something. If you want to bet me some wings on that, goddamn, hit me up. 10-piece lemon pepper, baby. 10-piece lemon pepper.
Go.
Cool. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.